Everything that we're doing, everything that we're seeing, everything that we're feeling, everything that we're experiencing, everything that we're becoming, all these things that are within us and around us and above us and below us, all these things that are a part of us, right? All these things that are wanting to be a part of us, all the things that we're wanting to be a part of. That's the energy of grace that is within us. That's the energy of truth that is within us. That's the energy of receiving and giving. Giving and receiving and receiving and giving. We're so alive in this energy of receiving and giving and giving and receiving. There's nothing that stands in our way of receiving and giving and giving and receiving. In God's grace and God's love and God's truth, there's nothing that stands in the way of receiving and giving and giving and receiving. We give of our heart, we give of our essence, we give of our soul, right? So we give everything that we are. Why do we give everything that we are? Because everyone is us and we are everyone. So as we're giving everything that we are, we're giving to ourselves ultimately, which is the divine essence in everything that ever was and ever will be. So the sense of giving is just a sense of expanding, right? It's just a sense of expanding into our oneness, into our wholeness, into our divinity, into our truth, into our beingness. The sense of giving is that aspect of our heart that wants to open up and be free. It's that aspect of our heart that wants to fully manifest in the world as us. And so what is receiving? Is receiving also giving? Because if we're giving from this place within us that is divine, perfect, loving, and free, and we're giving to that essence, that oneness, that truth that is everything around us, what is receiving? Is it receiving the opposite of giving? Is it receiving another aspect of giving? What is receiving? So we're receiving everything that we are, aren't we? We're receiving everything that is available to us. We're receiving all of that love, all of that grace, all of that truth, all of that divinity, everything, 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 everything coming back to us as the oneness, as the truth, as the peace, as the divinity. So when we're in this state of wholeness, right, and fruition comes to us, what is it that we're wanting? Is there something that we're wanting? Is there something that we're wanting to receive or wanting to give? So we're going to look a little deeper into this today. Because I myself have been looking at what it means to give and what it means to receive and what it means to give and what it means to receive and what it means to give and what it means to receive. And am I fully receiving everything that is available to me? Am I fully receiving all the love, all the kindness, all the grace, all the truth that is available to me in the world? Am I fully receiving everything that I'm wanting? Am I fully receiving the things that I'm needing in my reality? Am I fully receiving the things that are coming to me? So what does it mean to receive? What does it mean to give? What does it mean to receive? What does it mean to give? Should there be any break in the flow of giving and receiving? Because if we're fully oneness, if we're fully truth, if we're fully encompassing the unity consciousness, the graciousness, the truth in the world, the giving and receiving process should be an easy flow, shouldn't it? Giving, receiving, giving, receiving, giving, receiving. So if it looks like we're not receiving something that we want, or we aren't able to give something that we want, why? Why does that come up? Why is there a block in the receiving process? Why does it look like we're not receiving what we need? Why does it look like we're not having the things that we're wanting? Why does it look as if we can't have the things that we're needing? If we're fully in unity, if we're fully in oneness, if we're fully in wholeness, the flow in and the flow out is the same, and it's consistent and it's gracious. And if there's something blocking that flow in or that flow out, what is it? Where is it? Why is it? How is it? Can we see? So let's look today at what may be restricting a flow of receiving. Sanda. So I'm going to be very fluent about my own actions in the world today. Just kind of receiving and receiving and giving the knowledge and the grace and the things that I've been receiving as information lately. So I've been in the process of a separation and a divorce for several years now. Several years. It started with a separation but still living together. Then a divorce but still living together. Then an actual moving apart. Then a coming back together as two independent beings in the same household. Right? So what does all of that mean? It's been feeling for me like a stuck point in my life, like I can't see the proper way to receive what I need. I can't see the proper way to give to my children what I would like to be giving. I can't see the proper way to allow my ex-spouse to move on with his life with a generative quality, right? Generating what he needs, allowing what he needs to come to him and be seen and be felt and heard in his experience of grace. So I've been working with him for 15 years. So we see that in a relationship when people aren't necessarily on the same trajectory, and one becomes more of a graduated student while the other is still in the undergraduate, it can make things a little stuck on the path. So I see that I have been wanting for him to receive, and I've been wanting for him to give, and I've been wanting for him to feel that giving, receiving quality within himself. And in the process, I'm looking at where I am not giving and where I am not receiving and where I am not graciously allowing that energy to be a full part of me. So I am wanting his stuck places to be seen so that he can be free. But I see that what I'm doing in that process is allowing myself to be stuck in this place of wanting him to be free. So I'm here holding on to an image, holding on to an idea, holding on to a hope that he will find it within himself to allow this process to take place. And I'm seeing that as I graduate from myself, so to speak, the self that's been a part of his life for so long, I see that as I'm graduating, I'm needing more to allow myself to be in the flow of giving and receiving, and less to need him to be in the flow of giving and receiving. I had a dream for many years, probably the whole time I've been in this relationship, that I went back to high school. After I went to college, I graduated high school originally with honors, 4.0. I did very well in college the years that I went. And then I went back to high school. And I can't graduate, and I can't even pass my courses. And now I'm a 50-some-year-old woman in high school. And I can't graduate, and I can't graduate, and I can't graduate. So what I'm seeing in that process is that I've taken myself to a step before I saw some of the things that I saw on my spiritual journey. And by allowing myself to get stuck in someone else's patterns of not giving and not receiving, I'm not allowing myself to jump beyond my boundaries, my own self-imposed obstacles and limitations. What does it all mean? What's the process of awakening? What's the process of seeing? What's the process of knowing? What's the grace that is within this situation? There's a deep grace in me recognizing that it's time for someone to see their own journey, to see their own path, to see their own truth, to see their own awakening. And to still be able to have peace with that being. Whether they themselves are in peace or not, it seems unnecessary at this point. As long as my space is peace. As long as what I'm bringing is grace and love and truth and divinity. Right? As long as what I am embracing is the fullness of my true divine self. So, expecting him to give and receive in the way that I'm wanting to give and receive is a way of keeping myself from graduating, so to speak. It's a way of keeping myself from giving and receiving in the way that I would like to give and receive. So now there's a moment in time where I can sit and I can look inward and I can say, okay, what's more important here, right? What's more important? Is it important that I keep him in a space of truth and love and peace and divinity? No matter what's happening with me? Is it important that I let him be in the space that he chooses to be in at this time? And allow my reality to expand into the reality that I am now receiving? Is it important that we allow others to be who they choose to be? Is it important that we allow others to be free from our expectations and our needs and our wants and our desires? I want freedom for my children, right? I want my children to be happy. Which to me has meant wanting him to be happy so that we can all be happy. So my need in this situation is to see him as free, and that's all I can do. All I can do is see him as free. And allow him to accept that or not accept that. Allow him to choose who he chooses to be. Right? Allow him to accept the grace or not accept the grace. And also accepting my own grace by now allowing myself to fully give and to fully receive everything that I am needing in this divinity. Allowing myself to move into a space where I can better serve, right? In this work that I'm doing. I can invite more people into my space, into my energy, into my grace. So that I may give more openly, more freely, more lovingly. That I may receive the partner that I have been asking for and wanting. That we both have the same journey on this earth plane. That we're both giving and receiving in the same way. So, just an aspect of myself sharing so that you may see who I am more deeply, what I'm doing more freely, what I'm accepting into myself more openly. This is still coming from my higher self, my higher divine self, my higher true self, my higher pure self. This is still coming from that aspect of me that is in tune with my divinity, in tune with my truth, in tune with my peace, in tune with my love. So I'm now opening. This is my statement of release now. I'm releasing the past. I'm releasing everyone to be who they are, in divine grace, in divine truth, in divinity. With all of my love, I'm releasing everyone to be who they are, and what they choose to be, in their own graceful, peaceful, divine, loving way. Whatever that looks like to me, it doesn't matter. I'm releasing, and I'm becoming me, and now I'm receiving and giving everything that I need to open up to my path of truth and divinity and love. I'm now giving everything that I have to give from this place of deep knowing and wisdom within my being. Receiving, giving, giving, receiving. Releasing all obstacles, releasing all blocks. Releasing so that I may be free to receive everything in gracious kindness and love, divinity, truth, peace, understanding. So if we say giving and receiving is really the same energy, it's like breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. We're giving and we're receiving. It's the same energy. It's the same air, right? It's the same grace. That's the state I am purposefully now stepping into. A state of openly giving and openly receiving, in a pure state of wholeness, oneness, truth, and divinity. Being open and available for love, for grace, for truth, but not expecting, not needing someone else to receive that from me. Just being open and available. Shaiva kurunatare teke shotokuru shotokuratan haratakaliata. He hum hokurboshavakramase. He hum hokurbosasaraka. So I will keep you aware of this process with me if you're interested in my journey. Chavakurumasasari tokurutan areteke shotokurutanda. He hum hagarabasasaroko. He hum hagarada arede. He hum hagarushava. He hum hagarabato. He hum hagarata. Mate.
Love is all you ever need.